We actually wanted to bring up the conversation of aging and reframe aging away from the decline model to a model where we say growing old, we would want to change this word old to something else. Growing wise, mature, right? When you say normally 37 years old, then what happens when I say I'm 59 years mature and he's 37 years old? In our society, the youth-dominated society we always talk about, he just won. Ageism is one of those last still okay isms where when you say, oh, you look young for your age, you go, oh, thank you, right? Here we are born over here. You're happiest when you're youngest, and you're happiest when you're most mature. The idea that there is a time when I just get through this middle adulthood crisis, that here things are going to, move up in the way that I feel about myself and the world. I think that's a wonderful image. We live in a society that has the decline model, right? It's a prime of life, and then it goes downhill. And this would be something that we would want to supplant with an idea that life gets better and better and better. So this is a maturing idea where I wisen, as you guys said, wisen, where I mature, where I deepen. Do people know about the word eldership? Eldership. It's kind of a new word. We don't hear it much. I am bringing the values or the ideas that come with being an elder. Talk about what it is that you forget society and on how you should be, what you look forward to as you are maturing more into your next however many years there are. What are some of the things that you really would love to shed right now at your age and still really look forward to growing into? Related to ageism, how we really cannot take age, the chronological age, as a measure for anything. Think about how much effort it takes to live a life, and then to actually be told you haven't lived that much, you haven't put in that much effort, right? You say, no, I'm sorry, I really do feel like I own the 72 years. I would like to propose a number-free idea of elder. So then, what is an elder? So then maybe I just introduced this little idea that an elder is a role. So an elder is someone who actually de-escalates conflict and in some ways can see both sides, right? That's an elder. And that's actually also what we would call earlier practicing eldership. So an eldership would actually go into any kind of tension and de-escalate tension. It would be beautiful, that's my goal anyway, that the older or the more mature I get in some ways, I can help practice eldership in a way that, for example, an older wise person would continue to be a guide and a mentor, like you said, right? Continue to actually bring in, wouldn't it be beautiful if those elders could actually really be part of helping the youngsters who are often very lost, on their path. Isn't that beautiful if you have a really older person say to a youngster, you're going to be okay. It looks formidable, it looks like you're never going to get there, but you're going to be okay, I believe in you. And that's eldership. Yeah. How you behave and how you act, that's more the role, like the role of the mother, role of the father, etc. So elder is a role, and eldership is what ideally an elder, whatever age, so this is any age, would exhibit or practice, or in the sense of mentoring, in the sense of guiding, in the sense of not stepping back and thinking, oh, I'm too old, I can't do anything, but rather saying, no, I have lived and suffered through many, many decades, and I'm not going to let that go, I'm not going to waste that. I'm going to put that it has value. So we actually need to learn, we don't need to do anything, but it would be nice if one can appreciate all the suffering that you've gone through. I have some students that work with people who are forgetful, and after a few months I ask them, so what are you learning with working with people who are forgetful in different stages? And almost all of them say, oh, I have become less critical of myself. Dementia literally means no mind. I mean, it's another topic, but many of us are afraid of becoming forgetful. You know, get away from burdening yourself from thinking that being an elder is something that is not as desirable, but rather to one that I want to become an elder so I can do the woodworking, I become a mentor, I can become someone that can give to this planet. The way you treat an elder is the way you will treat yourself when you're older. So especially when you're driving behind someone who would, right? Just remember you're going to be honking towards yourself one day.
Wake us up, wake us
You know? So really any moment, I mean, I actually really do mean that, you know, so if you can actually look at elders and then yourself in the mirror in a way that actually is loving and kind and caring and appreciative of all those wrinkles and the gray and the green or whatever you have going, that would be really a first step. So you can actually, in the morning, when you're about to take that anti-aging cream, you know, I know, I do it. So then just think about that, you know, whatever that is. And be kind to elders of any age. And then hopefully we'll continue these dialogues, changing this whole aging concept to something that is more loving and kind and caring. Thank you guys for coming.